Hello and welcome to The Print. I am Tarya Sudeep and I'm at the Kerala Literature Festival with Gayatri Chandrasekhan. She is the editor-in-chief of Tinkle. So let's get into what makes her and Tinkle tick in today's time. So Gayatri, you've been a children's and comic book writer for the past 20 years, right? How did you begin and how has it changed your journey from being a writer to the editor-in-chief of Tinkle?
Right. So, my first job was with Tinkle, and now I have kind of circled back and come back to the same place that I started from. So, the journey has been very interesting because I actually started out as an intern. When I first joined, my main job used to be opening children's mail. We used to get a lot of letters from kids all over India. And there was one person called Jubel who used to open all the mail, who used to keep a track of everything right back to the kids. So one of the first things I did was open the mail. And, when you read so many letters from children, it kind of, there's a special connection, I feel, with them. And it shapes you in terms of, what kind of writer you want to be or what kind of an editor you would like to be. So it started off like that, of course, and then I loved the place so much that I spent about 8-9 years there, and I used to write stories. I used to also edit at that point. Then I went on to do a few other things. Then there was an opening that came up. I was always in touch because comics is a very niche niche area, niche field, at least in India. There aren't many people who do comics. So I have always stayed in touch, and it's a specialized form of writing, and I found that I enjoyed writing in that form. There's poetry, there's prose, there's fiction, non-fiction, there's all sorts of things, and then there's comics. So that storyboarding and the way of telling a story, you have to visualize a lot, So I kind of really enjoyed that. So I've stayed in touch for all these years. And when the position of editor-in-chief opened up, I was delighted because, Mr. Pai, who is the founder editor of Amar Chitrakatha and Tinkle, was the one who hired me. So he was my first boss, so to speak, and now replacing him, like they were giant, shoes to fill. But it was very exciting, and the part of the job that I enjoy the most, I think, apart from writing the stories themselves, I think is also nurturing talent, commissioning work. And also giving direction, to the kind of stories we want to tell. What are the messages that we want to talk about? So yeah, it's been really exciting.
And what comics did you generally work on, or like what was your favorite comic to work on? What is your personal favorite?
Okay. That's a hard one because all of us at Tinkle, like all the writers we write everything. I mean, it's not like one person only writes a certain thing. Everyone has experience writing for all the different proprietary characters that we have, like Shambhu, Supandi, etc., etc. Having said that, I think one of my favorite characters is Tantri, and I do like getting into his devious mind and figuring out what's the next plan. And you have to keep it interesting because you can't have the same plot that appeared earlier. And remember, this has been around for 44 years now. So you can think of the number of stories. We do. Yes, we do. And I feel like all of us have a little bit of an encyclopedic memory. Mine not so much, but the others of the team, they do. And so if we make sure that we don't repeat plots and stories that have appeared before. I also, enjoy working on a lot of contemporary stories that we do today. We call them slice of life stories. And they're literally about the simplicity of everyday life. So whether it is something that happens in school or something that happens in the family, all the different family members, the interactions between all of them, siblings, pets. So those are the kind of stories that I really like writing.
So since you've been in the industry for 20 years, what was it like when you started and what is it like now? Are people still reading Tinkle? Is it a struggle to get them to read Tinkle? Especially because when you think of Tinkle, you sort of view it from a very nostalgia-based lens. Right. Is it difficult to sort of bring newness to it? Like you said, it has a history of 45 years. You have to sort of think of new plots and think of keeping things interesting. Yeah. Is that a challenge?
Yeah. So it has been around for 44 years. And when I joined, a lot of things were done manually so there's a lot of technological change in the way things are done. but the essence, Tinkle was started as almost like a magazine for the kids by the kids, because we used to take a lot of reader contribution. We used to work on their ideas and make sure that their names appeared in the magazine, right? So I think that ethos has remained the same, but I mean, nothing can remain the same for all these years. So definitely, it has undergone a lot of change, and this is a huge challenge that we face in terms of the brand itself. That it seems dated, or it seems rooted in nostalgia. I mean, we try different ways of combating it, but I want to say that we have really moved ahead. And if you look at the stories of today, like this is one of our newest releases. It's called Tinkle Gold. This is the 5th volume of this. And the stories inside, if you look at the art, if you look at the themes, they're very contemporary. They're something that kids of today will relate to. We've also had a lot of new characters. So there are a few old favorites whom we can't let go of, like Supandi, Shambhu, Tantri. These 3 are evergreen, But the way their characters have grown also has changed. When Supandi first came in, it was almost like he's a bumbling idiot. Okay, the jobs that he did were, he was working as a servant, and then he used to address the person as master. What should I do, right? So all of that has changed. Now Supandi holds different jobs. He goes for interviews. He lives in an urban setting. He shares an apartment with his friend Maddie. He has 2 other friends called Fruity and Soupy. They're a gang. They hang around. So Supandi is simple-minded. He thinks differently. He takes things literally, and that is where the humor comes in. But the evolution of the character has happened from a rural setting to the kind of clothes he wore to now, what he represents. It's just somebody who thinks very differently. Similarly, for the others, Shambhu, for example, when Shambhu came, that was the era of like tiger hunting shikaris, right? That was how, like, the time of Jim Corbett, when they were man-eating tigers. So this fellow was a comical take on that. But as times have changed, now we talk about Shambhu as a conservationist. He lives at the edge of a jungle, and he still, so is the essence of him being cowardly slightly, and not really wanting to get into too much of action and conflict, and he wants to laze, he wants to relax. So in that sense, the basic qualities are the same, but the way what he does, he shoots now with a camera. He doesn't have a gun. The gun went off long ago. Okay, so now he has a camera, and even the kind of, so we look at using him to drive a lot of messages about nature, conservation, ecology, all of that. So the characters have evolved, and the stories also. I mean, we talk about depression, we talk about non-binary genders. Okay, we had a feature in this on child sexual abuse. So we talk about a lot of contemporary topics. We pay a lot of attention to the skin tone, to the hair type. We like to populate the stories with kids who are differently able. So and not just as supporting cast, so we will consciously write a story where a kid is in a wheelchair, but they're able to do everything, so not to make a hue and cry about it, but slowly there is a lot of change. Yes, and you normalize it. I think that's the best way of kind of getting everything to be accepted. So yes, so there has been a lot of change. Yes.
Speaking of newness, last year you started the collaboration with Rana Daggubati's Spirit Media, and you had a Minnal Murli graphic novel. It was a lot of firsts, the first of that collaboration, the first of a graphic novel from Tinkle, and the setting up of Tinkle Comic Studio.
Yes.
So how has that journey been?
Yeah. So, before I talk about it, I just want to say that the Minnal Murali, the whole licensing of that, and it's sub judice right now. So there is a case going on because there is some conflict between the producers, which is Blockbuster Media, and the creators, like the writers and all. Okay, so because of that, we are not promoting it, or we are not putting it out on the shelves and stuff like that. So that. But the journey was very exciting because, like you said, it was many firsts, and it gave us so we write for kids like between the ages of 8 to 12 primarily, right? So that was for a slightly older audience. So the kind of things that you could do, the storyline, and also the treatment in terms of the art, like we wanted it to be very edgy. The paneling was, kind of for a more mature audience. So it was a very exciting project to work on, and also a long story, because in Tinkle what we do is we usually do shorter stories. So that was one long story. So the whole team was very charged up. We the story came from everybody. So we just sat together, the artists, designers, everyone, they all pitched in. Then finally we got a really nice plot. We worked a lot on it, and it's turned out, we are very proud of the product. Unfortunately, it's sub judice, so we can't really, do anything about it. Yeah. Right. So we would love to take up more such projects. So it's a question of balancing things. I mean, we have a lot of work going on with our existing projects. So we have to find time, but we would love to do it. I mean, there are talks with some other producers as well. So hopefully you will see something new coming up, from that imprint. But something exciting that's going to come up is that two of our characters, Supandi and Wingstar. Wingstar is the first Indian woman superhero from the Northeast. Okay, she's been around for a few years, 10 plus years in Tinkle. So they have been licensed by an animation studio called Zebu Animation. They're based in Bangalore, and we just saw a few rushes. It's beautiful. So we are looking at hopefully a feature, Wingstar, hopefully a feature, or at least a show that will come out on the OTT platforms. Supandi, already they have made a few shorts which will get released, I think, in the month of March. We'll make a formal announcement, but there is a lot of excitement that's building up. Yes.
It was so nice to speak to you, and wish you all the success with Supandi and everything else. Thank you so much for speaking to the print. Thank you.